Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Aquarius. So Aquarius, as usual, I'm doing a reading with my own tarot deck, just the tarot cards today. So the cards that you'll see are from this deck. And following these two very beautiful, potent, powerful days of the astrological new year, the equinox, and also the new moon in Aries today, I feel like, starting this journey through the zodiac in terms of, the astrological new year beginning with Aries, but here with the tarot readings, for some reason, perhaps because I started doing the tarot readings here on YouTube on the blue full moon in Aquarius back in 2021. So there's a lot to me that symbolizes a fresh new beginning that is contained in the Aquarius energy. And I feel like the message here for you today, Aquarius, has to do with a new chapter, a very big, important new chapter for you, where you are stepping into a place of authority, a role of authority, and it's a role that is embedded with a lot of teaching. It's like you're going to either channel a teaching that you're supposed to pass along because it's meant to create bridges for others, right? So that they can access what you receive directly. But it seems like it's such a big deal. It's such a huge life-changing thing, but it's almost like you're treating that with a lot of humility, and you're going step by step, and it's like you're allowing yourself to just to stay a little longer in this very humble position before you take over this role, or before you step into that position of the teacher, of the healer, of the one who is going to give teachings, right? However that plays out for you, Aquarius. So we're beginning with the Hierophant, right? The teacher, the one who creates the bridge between the mundane and the divine. But here, what I heard with this card was, somebody holding this hat of the Pope, of the Hierophant, that talks about, once you put on this hat, once you put on this clothes, or like you step onto that role, it's like it's like you're going to become something other than you, or other than what you have been so far. You see what I mean? It's like you're going to be seen perhaps more, or it's your position of authority is going to give you more visibility. It's going to place you in a position where maybe you do have a lot more responsibilities as well, but it's like it's for the purpose of passing on the teaching, right? It's like you being the bridge so that others can also build their bridges to the divine, you see? So there's a lot of spiritual teachings here that you are meant to embody, that you're meant to occupy that place, right? The authority that comes, it's just because it's putting you, on a higher position so that others can see you clearly. It's almost like I'm seeing, like, a stage, right, where the musician is or the singer or the band is standing higher so that many people, right, that as many as possible can see that one figure in the center, right? So, but it's not a concert, right? It's like well, it could be, right? Who knows? But it seems like, because it's the Hierophant, if it was, for instance, the Emperor, it could be something related to something other than spiritual. But being the Hierophant in this case, it wants to specify the direction of the teaching, right? And, it could be, you could be a singer-songwriter who is rising to success in a sense, right? And it's also reminding me of the Capricorn reading, which was, climbing this very high mountain and reaching this new level, this new standard of success. So it seems like it's here for you as well, but it has a very different energy to it, Aquarius, because there's a lot of humility in you. And it's like you're taking a lot of accountability of this. It's like you know the responsibility that stepping into this position requires of you, because of the purpose of this. It's not ego driven, right? It's not something that you're going to, you know, step onto that stage or that pedestal so that your ego is inflated, right? It's something that it's for the purpose of channeling something higher than you, right? It's something that is even, you know, beyond you. So it's like, you know, that you're there occupying a position so that the teaching can come. And it's beautiful because exactly what I heard with this card was, are you ready for this? So it's almost like there is somebody that is handing you this position that is, it's like passing, it's not passing the baton. It's not. This wasn't their position. They are just like staff, right? They are participating in the ceremony of you taking over this place or you taking over this position, right? It's like they're just there. They are behind the scenes. They work behind the scenes, right? It's almost like they're not seen, but they are the one in direct contact with you at this moment, because they are the ones who are in charge, in a sense, of passing you the symbol that is going to give you this power of authority. I hope that makes sense. I know it's very metaphorical, but adapted to your situation, Aquarius. So are you ready to take over this position of power and authority and visibility and a lot of responsibility? And you're saying, just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I need to contemplate this moment right now before things get wild and get big and get, you know, just a lot bigger than I'm used to. So give me a minute, right? The Four of Swords, he is just talking about you. It's like you just need literally a minute or two, right? Before this thing starts. And it's almost like, I feel like once it starts, it's like, you know, a pebble down the hill. It's almost like, it's going to happen really fast for some reason, although the cards here are not talking about anything going fast. It's just perhaps your notion about the responsibility that it entails. So it's almost like you're going to become something else other than what you have been. So you want to enjoy this very humble being that you are. It's like this very delicate creature that I'm seeing with the Page of Wands here. It's like this is the flame that is inside of you, right? It's like this is the inner child that is always there, alive within you. It's interesting because the pages to me always bring this spontaneity, right? And this curiosity of a child. And it's interesting because I feel like this is what you want to spend a little time with. It's like you want to spend a little time, a little bit of time with this flame that is still there, that is still alive. It's like this inner child that is still there, very spontaneously communicating with you. It's almost like you want to contemplate this fire in you, right? That is very instigating to a child. It's almost like you're contemplating how you can play like a child, but in a position of big power, right? You see what I mean? It's like it's almost like this. If you were to, you know, spend a little time with yourself, who would you summon to be with you? And in your case, because of this Page of Wands, I feel like the one that you're summoning is this inner child of yours. For some reason, it wants to emphasize the most innocent and spontaneous and free-flowing and just free version of who you are, right? This very humble child, right? And it's interesting because what I was going to say about the fire in you, it's like you want to nourish that fire so that the bigness of this role does not it's not that it's going to put it off, but it's important to you that you contemplate the phase where you didn't have any responsibilities and you were so playful, and now that the responsibilities are coming in very big, it's like you make sure that you don't lose sight of the playfulness. You see what I mean? It's like keeping that inner child still alive and awake and, you know, playing with you, playing through you, but also taking over this, right? Taking the responsibilities. It's like joining the bigness of this, but also keeping this innocence there, right? So I feel like once, you know, the person who's handing this to you asks you, are you ready? And you says, just give me a minute. I need to meditate a little bit with myself, with my inner child, so that I am sure that I'm always in contact with this purity, with this curiosity, with this free spirit of my inner being, right? And I feel like it really is, you know, very quick, because after the page we have the Ace of Swords. So to be honest, I feel like this is not pressure from the one who is, you know, responsible for the ceremony in a sense. But with the Ace of Swords, it's like you need to do this before you step outside or step into this position. I said step outside because it's almost like, you know, the ceremony of, you know, a coronation, or, you know, the crowning of the Pope, or, you know, something like that, right? Or, you know, a king or a queen. It's like there is some sort of, you know, stepping outside to the balcony, so that, again, stepping to, you know, onto a higher position where you're meant to be seen by many, right? So that you are, it's like, so that you are the bridge, right, for others to feel that same connection in a sense. But there is something that, you know, you need to do first before you have the clear direction. It's interesting because it's like, this is your truth. This before, which is very private, right? It's like you need a moment just to close your eyes and meditate and, you know, reunite with your inner self, which is very innocent and very curious and very humble, right? It's very open. There is a lot of openness. So this is what is going to keep this fire alive. This is the truth of your being, that whenever you're here, it's like you'll never forget where you're coming from, right? You'll never forget that free spirit that you are, that humble, curious, very spontaneous, innocent spirit that you are, right? So no matter how high up this position is, or, you know, places you, this is something that, you know, that the truth of whatever is going to happen after you take on this role, this is what grounds you in a sense. And it's interesting because we have another 4, right? So we started with this 4 of Swords, which was, you know, you contemplating a minute to reconvene with your inner child. And it's like, call it to play. It's like you're not forgetting this inner child. It's like you're asking it to play with you while you are taking on the big responsibilities that now are going to come. So I feel like with the 4 of Cups coming after the Ace of Swords, once you have the clear direction that this inner child is always there with you, and, you know, by inner child, I mean the spontaneity and this flame that is lit up inside of you, right? You'll never forget this, because you chose right at the very last moment that, you know, you were just stepping outside the balcony to take over this place, this position, this role, right, of big power and big authority. It's like you chose this. So this is going to be the first act, in a sense, or the first decision that moves your work or your teaching or your legacy, perhaps, is what I just heard, right? So the Ace of Swords is the truth that comes from this humble being, right? And I feel like with the 4 of Cups, it's like you want to do this. It's important that you do that. It's important that you take that minute to be with yourself, so that that leaves a memory, right? It's like it's helping to ground you. This moment of contemplation, it's like it's going to be imprinted in your emotions because of the feeling that it will it will bring to you, right? It's going to bring to you. So it's important that you know that that moment is marked on you, right? It's now imprinted in your soul, in your being, in your heart, in your emotions. So this is what helps you to never forget about where you're coming from. And you know, it's like it's not necessarily forget where you came from, but it's more like, don't forget to bring along this companion, which is your inner self, your inner child, right? The innocence of your inner child. They have to come alongside you because that's the truth of your steps forward. The Two of Pentacles, right? So the clear direction comes when this memory is imprinted in your being, in your soul, and that grounds your spirit. It's like it always reminds you of your humble, free, spontaneous, innocent self, right? That, you know, despite the bigness, despite the authority, despite the success, despite the visibility, right, or the recognition, it's like, you know, the truth of it all, and it lies here, right? It lies here, not in the Hierophant. It's almost like the Hierophant is something that is, it's not permanent, right? And you know that, although you don't know how or when or, you know, for how long this is going to last. It's like, and it really doesn't matter. It's like, as long as you're here, you will honor this position by honoring this part of your being. You see what I mean? So the Two of Pentacles, right? The Two of Pentacles is my card of, you know, very careful steps forward, very prudent and very solid steps forward. It's like you being mindful about how you move because you know where the truth of your steps are coming from, right? So you're bringing along this companion, this inner child, and that gives you a lot of stability. It really gives you a lot of trust in yourself, because we're ending here with the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like, again, although I feel like, yes, things are going to move quickly just because of maybe the importance or the visibility or the success, or it needs to be big because of the power of the teachings that you're meant to pass on to those who are around you, right? That's the reason why you're going to be, it's like people are going to come to you, right? It's like either you're going to become a spiritual teacher, a spiritual healer, you know, a yoga teacher, whatever it is that is going to be translating spiritual teachings for many people. That's the purpose of it all, right? It's like that's why you're taking on this role. But you're bringing your inner self, your inner child, your playfulness, your innocence to each moment that you channel something, right? Whenever you are, it's almost like it's going to be your movement. It's going to be your natural movement ahead, right? But also very sedimented, very solid, very stable, very grounded, because where the groundedness is coming from, that connection, that simple, quick moment, you know, of contemplation that you allowed yourself to have, right? You gave yourself that moment of contemplation to bring that inner self with you along for the journey. And that is, it's like, that's your groundedness. It's like, it doesn't need to be a fixed thing. It's something that you carry with you, right? In your body, in your cells, in your emotions, right? So this connection is there with you, always grounding you. And that's the reason why I feel like you're going to feel very confident moving forward with very solid steps. It's like there is no doubt here. There's a lot of well, you know the value of this path for yourself, even, I want to say, right? You know how enriching that is going to be for your own good, for your own sense of just fulfilling your purpose, in a sense, right? This is what the Queen of Pentacles is talking about. It's like it's wanting to emphasize the physical body, right? The physical vessel, you serving the purpose for something higher than you, for something beyond, right? For something greater. And I feel like it's like you honoring and also valuing your own physical human vessel, right? It's like you know the value of this leg of the journey, of this chapter of your life that is very big, very potent, and very powerful, in a way that you have the authority, but you also have very grounded, it's like you have this grounded posture to life, right? It's like your approach to whomever approached you is one of groundedness, because you know that it's like you're just there occupying a place where you're meant to be visible, but you're still this very humble, innocent, spontaneous child, right? So it's like uniting both the spontaneity and the freedom and the curiosity and the lack of responsibilities with the maturity of, you know, being a human being, and knowing the importance of having this physical vessel and taking responsibility over that, but remaining connected to the humble roots that are bringing you to the earth, right? Are bringing you down to earth. These are the steps that are going to move you, right? It's like the you know, joining these two factors, right? Your mature self and your humble, childlike self, right? So it's big, Aquarius. It's a great thing, I feel like. Just give yourself that minute. It's crucial that you give yourself that minute. So I am going to pull more cards for you, as well as the astrological runes in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be very happy to see you there. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.